stun would be good.
I mean, Fortune's End is like a half step in that direction. The rocket is something. Homing missile, I should say. But Fnatic are already pretty high on team fight. I'd say all three of their heroes are really good at those mid-game skirmishes. Ember, one of the better cores for getting involved, but also split pushing and being able to soak up a lot of farm. So much versatility in the item builds as well. And they will pick up Tiny. We saw a Tiny opener yesterday. Wasn't great.
Good.
Wasn't great, but another good setup hero here. I like Tiny in contrast to the Coddle. Feels like they've got a pretty dynamic support duo.
Yeah, I could say the benefits I see are that like targeting the Oracle in the back line, like that's a pretty good hero for the Tiny to look out for. You have some AoE stun as well. You have the lane duo with the Centaur as well, where you can do like the toss and the stomp. This is a classic pub stomping duo lane. Okay, this Tiny looks a lot better than the first pick Tiny for Boomy the other day.
Yes.
That did not work out quite as hot.
And you've actually got targets you can combo. You know, Tiny versus Wisp, depending on how the momentum goes, there's probably a window where Tiny can be a real nuisance and get some solo kills. Lo and behold,
ahoy, matey!
It's the Kunker.
Who would have thought? It's also a good Abed hero too. I mean, if you're standing in, it's nice to get something you're really comfortable on.
All right,
of course he can play.
Starting to come together. They've got somebody to lead the Blue Nose into battle here, set things up.
Oh, there you go. Look at you. Learning your Nova Scotian lore.
I'm researching so I can pass the Canadian citizenship test.
Yeah, this is quality stuff here. So last, we're looking for a KP hero. I get more like in the middle of a team fight hero. The Legion will get banned. Last time, as we mentioned, they played the Brewmaster. Well, I'm just looking to see who was playing it. Yeah, it was KP who played it. Is Brewmaster okay this game?
Banned
it's
out.
All right.
What'd you say?
I was just thinking if the Brewmaster was actually okay this game. It's like mediocre. It's
okay
not
with
terrible. I like the Underlord ban though, as you said.
You've already got one Dispel in the Oracle, so a little bit less enticing to pick that up on the Brewmaster, but I think he does certainly match the style. You need someone that can fight early, lane okay, make some
Beast
space.
Is actually pretty good here, I think. The Hawk for Vision, for Relocate, the attack speed Aura versus Keeper of the Light, the Roar to have an additional stun onto the Ember.
For Wisp and Kunkka, it's pretty nice, and it takes a little pressure off the Kunkka for initiation.
Mars is still in. We can just pick Mars.
Yeah, against Ember, he can get out of it pretty good. Tiny will go Blink. Centaur.
It does stop. I don't know. It's like a classic counter versus the Centaur, though, because you can just stop the Stampede saves.
Yeah.
But that is a fair point, because then they could just pick another hero that can just escape out the arena, too. So I'm going Beast. Oh, they went Brew again.
I liked Beast or Brew. I think they both fit very nicely. I was starting to really get sold on the Beastmaster, partially because it's KP and partially for the Vision game. What was the change to Hawk recently? I remember you and I talking about...
Can't block camps.
That's it. Okay.
So the laning stage is a lot harder.
It wasn't anything about the Vision, just one less utility.
Well, I mean, Brewmaster's just kind of weird at this point. They've like messed around with his laning skills a lot, so I look forward to seeing how KP plays this. Last hero, probably a mid laner versus a Kunkka here. They already banned the DP. What do you got?
Whoa.
Oh!
Alki.
Gross.
Yeah.
Ugh. Alchemist.
Damn it, Jabs.
Why do you do this to us?
I don't think it's a bad pick, though. I
it's
understand
a great pick.
the reaction, but I'm pretty all right with it.
Wow, that Centaur weapon is wild.
Numbers changed slightly. 2.05 TNC, 1.72 for Fnatic.
Fnatic up or down? I can't remember what they were before.
I think it's a little more even now. I think TNC was 2.4 at the beginning. Not mistaken. Didn't know there was going to be a pop quiz.
Well, I'm just curious now if that means it likes the TNC draft. The odds, you know?
I guess so.
If their odds went down, then I guess it
IO
does, right?
Gyro. Yeah. Do they have the tools to shut down this Alchemist, though? And I kind of think no. I think this is a really good read for Fnatic. They see the support duo and go, all right, they've got some mid-game fighting in the Kunkka and the Brew, and Gyro can take some early relocates, but sometimes, you know those games where we talk about, man, these lanes aren't looking great, and they just don't have the supports to make any rotations. That is this TNC draft in a nutshell. IO Oracle. You're pretty rigid. You know, there's not a lot of, you know exactly what everyone's doing, where they're going.
Yeah, you really do. And then the other problem is that you have a low cooldown mid hero in the Kunkka, and he can just like roam around and go for a bunch of kills. But they're really not going to want to miss anything with like the Brewmaster ult. It's going to have to be like split kill with Kunkka, and then when the boat's back, you get a relocate kill, and then by the time the boat's back again, you'll be like nearing split timing. So a bit of a dance here, I would say, for TNC, whereas Fnatic, they're just trying to relax. Hold things together for a while, I think. Oh my god, look at KP's win-loss over time. Damn. 4,200 versus 1,900.
That's insane.
Really now?
Like a 60% win rate.
That's really impressive. Over that many games, especially. That's good old KP. One of the most resilient Dota players, able to handle himself under pressure and awkward interviews.
Courtesy of you.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if he can handle this lane. I want Brewmaster to be good, guys.
Yeah. He's fun to
Got
watch.
a great taunt.
I enjoy him as a caster.
I gotta see where this taunt was on the Suns fan list.
What, the Kunkka?
No, the Brewmaster. I'll check Kunkka. Brewmaster was 21. Barrelmeister. I think Kunkka was pretty high. Kunkka was 12. I think that's the highest out of this game.
Twitch chat, I need some help. How's my Dota volume? I feel like my Dota's a little quiet. Do we need louder game sounds? Now, be honest. I don't want none of them troll remarks.
Don't be afraid to be honest, guys.
Don't
Twitch
be
chat.
afraid.
Don't hold back, Twitch
to
chat.
speak your mind. You be the flower you've always wanted to be, and I will curate the answers. We'll see Abed here take an aggressive move forward. Ice, ice, ice. He's not afraid.
Oh,
He's going to run
look
in,
at this.
looking for the bounty.
Aggressive call.
Whoa! 4 runes, 4 Fnatic, out of the gate. Insanity. TNC contested it even. Now DJ, though, maybe in some trouble. Rocket Barrage, not going to find a kill. He does have boots first. It's a speedy one.
To the bottom with you. May the light keep you.
Oh, the old completely hidden away strat.
SG Internet win.
You don't have the sign.
Thank you, Daryl. Singapore also on my list, Trent. I've never been to Singapore.
Ice is just flexing. That's Singapore internet. Singapore was pretty awesome. It was a nice place to visit.
You got hit with the backseat math there, Trent. Actually greater than 66%.
Oh, sorry, guys.
On
My
KP's
bad.
Win rate.
You're right.
You sold him short, so.
Yes. It was over 2/3. My B.
All right, I'm watching the mid lane. I got this new thing. First 2 waves in mid. And the first wave goes the way of Kunkka. Still
All right,
0-0 on this
I'll
out.
handle the rest of the map while you do that.
Okay.
So DJ's pulling creeps up top. He takes one fortune end from March, who then TP's bottom, because KP needs assistance. And DJ's going to grab the next wave, too, and he's going to double stack it up for Ice. And then it's going to all push out, and Ice is going to have a great place to farm.
Well, this mid lane is not going well for Moon. Armel's taunting him. He's getting the last hits. He's giving him all the business right now, Trent.
He's on the move. Got himself some creeps.
No. Mana.
Yeah, bottom seems like a pretty scary lane, I gotta say. The Slight Chakra for a Brewmaster with only 4 tangos left. You got 3 Rings of Regen queued up. He's now purchased one of them.
Perfect. Yep. Coddle gives you a lot of these combos that are quite solid in the lane. Now, I will say the Wisp Gyro definitely feels decent right now just because of how good Divine Rapier is. I think there's definitely situations where you can justify it on Gyro a little bit earlier, not just as a last-ditch kind of Hail Mary, and especially when you've got Oracle Wisp. I mean, if this game goes 35 minutes, Rapier could be a legitimate option, Trent.
Maybe if you're like worried about Alchemist. I still don't think you want to pull the cord too early on the old Rapier parachute.
That's how you close out games, bud. You ever heard of timings?
I mean, you're right that it can work. Oh, look at this aggressive play here from Abed and Tibbs. Now, this is one really nice thing about Io Gyro is that they're so sustainable and like decent movement speed for this point in the game that you can come in behind the towers like this when you know he's just trying to get this free CS. You want to actually punish.
Yep. Actually going to get some decent damage into the Wisp. Tims,
Oh, no.
he's just going to go down. You jinxed him.
I really did, and now
The toss back.
Abed.
He'll be okay. Still a nice play by DJ. Now, I'm going to educate you here, Trent. The real trick to the Gyro Wisp Rapier is you have to time it around second Roche so you get the cheese because cheese is overpowered on Wisp. You have two Aegises when you got a Wisp and second Roche. You understand?
I mean, you're speaking a lot of sense right now.
Hey, bud. Rapier's good right now. Dare I
It
say
definitely
busted.
is.
And
you
if
know, maybe
can-
there's some mischance as well in the Radiant, and then there's some value to it.
I mean, I think that's if you're not winning the lane super hard, you're not controlling the mid game. Dare I say, behind for TNC, that is one way to make this Oracle Wisp actually worth it.
I think you're a little high on Rapier, buddy.
I'm not high on Oracle Wisp as a support duo. I think that's really my concern here.
Bottom, KP.
Is he going to live here? Body blocks from jabs. Oh, very nice. Shows him the back of the unicorn and sets up the kill for Savage.
You should have
Fast.
seen it coming.
Bottle, no boots, no cares. 330 move speed. Did you see from the last patch, Naga dropped like a 3% win rate?
I did not notice that.
No.
Just from like the gold changes?
Huh.
I wonder if Alk suffered a similar effect. Looks like he did not. In fact, his pick rate jumped by about 2%. I guess because, you know, there's less gold on the map, and his gold things aren't changed, so now he just has, like, more gold.
I guess so.
Relative to everyone else, does that make sense? Is his extra gold more valuable? Not really. Maybe the Naga pickers just started playing more Alchemist. That might be
Yeah.
the more likely scenario.
I don't know. I don't have a good explanation for that one. The Alchemist is not winning this lane, though. Armel still driving.
Oh,
As
but
his
look.
second bracer.
He's got the illusions of this top area. Does he get both? Oh, Bird, get out! Oh, he didn't quite get the Wild Wing one. Oh, he didn't get either. Oh, disaster. He tried to be too big brain.
Oh, they pick up a kill on March down bottom. Things looking very good for Fnatic out of the gate here. Already a 2K net worth lead. This Alchemist doesn't need to be winning mid because they got the bounty runes, and their Ember Spirit is dominating down bottom.
Oh, by net worth, he is still winning because of Brevel's greed. So, there you go.
Bounties.
But you're right. Last hits, you know.
Bounties. And now the Alchemist, big rotation here. Boat connects, blinding light, not enough.
March had to steal that kill, though. The Purifying Flames. Scared that he'd get away with the blinding.
I respect it from March, but not ideal for Oracle to get that kill.
I kind of wonder what Armel's going to build. I don't know if he goes straight into one of these big ticket items, or does he feel like he needs to buy the Spirit Vessel this game?
Find
As
KP
Savage
down
gets
bottom.
another kill on KP. I was just about to check his quick buy, and he's dead. He actually bought. He's got 4 rings. I call this the Xerxes. You know, in 300 when he's got all those piercings, got rings hanging off every little thing. The Xerxes build.
I like that. That's
Yeah, it's good.
perfect. Now I want a Brewmaster with a nose ring cosmetic.
Is Centaur the only nose ringed hero?
Oh, there's.
I mean, we
gotta
can't
be
tell with his
somebody.
helmet, but I'm pretty sure he is a big nose ring.
I think CM's got one in a couple of her cosmetics. March.
Oh, I was
out.
kind of picturing the big, you know, circle style one, but
Oh, the Septum.
Ah, yes, that's the one. Look
Like-
at you.
like what
knowing your
bulls have.
technical terms.
Yes. Well, I hung out with ruffians in my youth, Trent.
Yeah, I can tell.
Sin's expectation.
Things were pretty scary down at the Hot Topic.
You're a trusty mate.
That is where the ruffians spent their time. Hot Topic's still going strong, dude. How's this gyro doing? Not amazing. Kinda bottom of the cores except for KP. Ice with a Stampede. TP.
Abed gave him the item drop too.
Looks like
But
Bottom with
it
classic
did not save his buddy.
against Ice. I guess really an ulti to set up down bottom, though. As
Yeah.
they pick up another onto KP.
Sin's expectation.
Well, this is about going just as we expected for the Brew, though. It's like, oh, I want to like Brewmaster, but this is what happens to him.
I thought he'd do a little better than this, I'll be honest. I haven't been looking at the lane too much outside of the kill, but I don't know. Pretty far behind now, level 7 on Savage.
He just does so much damage because like there's no flame guard. It's just constant slight, and he whittles you down, and then just one support rotation near the end. Like you don't know when to call it as KP. It's like, okay, do I have to back and regen now, or do I really need this creep wave?
I feel like he's getting baited by his own build. He has all this regen. So it's like I can chill. I just need to wait. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna let my regen work, and he's getting
Oh,
dove.
nice.
There's 2 fights happening at once here. We're gonna see KP take another tumble. Meanwhile, up top, Abed and Tim's going in onto DJ. A lot of damage from the rocket barrage. Double damage. Tiny might make it into fog. There's no homing missile, but good positioning from Tim's. They'll find him, give him the old sandwich. And 1-for-1 around the map.
That bonus hero damage is crazy. He takes 225 on every slight under tower, and he has a ring of protection too, because it's 160 bonus damage coming in from the slight at this level. He just like cannot sustain. He's buying another ring. He's like, I need a ring of health.
And he's got the Blightstone there on the Ember. Something else Brew suffers from. Not a very high armor hero. Where's he going to put this? I mean, these are toe rings at this point.
Yeah, I don't know where these things are going. The Quelling Blade's gonna have to go away or something. Boat in the mid.
X combo. They might have the damage here. Oracle trying to finish him off. The burst isn't enough. Now they get the Wisp instead. 2 down on the side of TNC. Fnatic with a big reaction. And they keep all 5 alive. The turnaround is real. And most importantly, the Alchemist lives. Ember trying to hunt down Abed, but not going to find him.
Gets wrong on the 50-50, or Abed was probably dead there. Well, ever since that kill mid, things have turned completely in Fnatic's favor. Like, Moon died, and I was like, okay, they found something, and now it just does not feel like it mattered at all. He's 10 minutes in. He's close to Relic. He's got a couple stack camps now. He's got some golems to fiend up here in each camp. Love the golems.
Love the Drake.
Hate the Drake.
Alchemist wants a Radiance, and he's going to have it pretty soon. Already scary that they're pretty light on damage to kill this Alchemist. It's exactly what I was worried about. You can keep the Gyro alive forever. Can he actually kill anyone? Well, stay tuned. He's going for an
Armel.
Aghanims.
Yeah, Armel's gone for the Spirit Vessel, though, so this is good.
That'll help.
They're still playing aggressive. They know they kind of have to. They want to use this first split and take down this tower, try and limit the area the Alchem farm feeling safe. But here comes Savage again. Full of the creeps, not what he wanted.
Ooh, chain on 2, Remnant back. He will get caught by an X, but pretty far behind the tower. And they will just settle to siege instead. Probably not a bad call from TNC. Here's the Brew split. It looks like they do want to try to commit for something. KP going in onto DJ, but not a huge amount of follow-up. There's the boat. Finally comes out with a call down, but the call down going to be off the mark, and Savage going in, just trying to focus this back line. Ice here as well. The Oracle's only level 5. No false promise. Fnatic not able to get these kills. Okay, Savage is back, and they find 2. Trying to finish him off. Kunkka, Torrent almost finds him, but no. They will have the damage from the back line. Now Moon laying into Tim's. Wisp is going to pop. No relocate out. Abed.
Oh, Ice? He smoked for the move speed to try and catch up to Armel.
Looks like he might do it. Buyback now from Tim's. Relocate coming in, and there's the save. Ice, ice, ice. Look at this big brain play here.
Yeah, looks like it's not going to matter too much. Unless his teammates want to TP in. Seems unnecessarily risky, though. Oh, at least he had a ward with him. Unfortunately, he placed it right under a sentry.
Well, not terrible for TNC, but they don't really reclaim any momentum. And that whole exchange just works out pretty well for both Moon and Savage. A Crystallis out on Ember Spirit, first item. Damn, that's heavy.
Yeah, relatively low armor heroes. I mean, I guess I was up to 5 now. But the Oracle down is just 3 armor. You know, Gyros gets 16, and then everyone else is just kind of sad.
Yep, 6 on the Brewmaster, 5 on the Wisp, 12 on the Kunkka now. That's not awful. But this poor Oracle. Worked out pretty well for TNC considering they didn't have False Promise. Definitely a game changer and Fight's future. Aghanim's first for Gyro. Still 1,500 to go.
How are you feeling about the state of this game here?
I think TNC's chances are about 10%.
That would... Let's see.
And, according to Dota Plus, they're going
my God.
80-20, so I wasn't
That's
that
pretty
far
bad.
off.
Can I just say shout out to the new Dota settings that says you cannot pause because I hit F9 instead of F8. I'm so glad they don't let me pause anymore.
Sir, wait.
Oh
This
no,
is the
Armel.
torrent. Relocate. They are going to get the fattest down. And maybe jabs. No. 23 Savage comes in. Does have a remnant. Should be fine. Oh. Caught by the X. Into a homing missile. Into a torrent. And they've got him. Savage.
You're a trusty
Yeah.
mate.
Oh, my.
So that started out awkward. I think Armel or Abed or Armel missed the torrent because he wasn't sure if they were going to fight. He thought that they were just going to wait it out. But then they were like, no, I'm going to relocate in. So that's why he threw out the torrent and ended up being too late for the Ice Ice Ice. But ended up working out for them, that's for sure. Now Armel's going to find Ice 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 again. But this time I don't think anyone's close enough to do anything.
I mean, he's got a Hooded Defiance. There was no
he's dead.
torrent to combo. Fortune's End going to cruise through. No Stampede either.
Well, I thought he was dead, but KP didn't rotate. I think he could just TP now.
That was my thought, but he's going to try to keep juking. Chops down a tree, and Ice 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 is down. They do, however, find KP on the other side. And looking for more. Savage connects onto March. And they're just going to leave
Oh my
this Oracle.
god, look how much damage he takes, dude.
Yeah.
Gets like 2 shot by this Ember.
Yeah. And the Ember is not even that big right now. I mean, he's fallen off net worth-wise compared to where he could have been from that last death. And he's going to have a Deso coming out before too long. Blink on DJ. Some big items for Fnatic.
Yeah, I saw he sold the Maelstrom queued up, and I wondered if he would just switch back to the Deso, because he's probably just feeling like that raw power against the Oracle. Just saying, okay, this is making the game pretty easy for my, my targeting heroes here. Like, Al can just stick on anyone he wants. Moon's going direct into the heart here. No blinks, no BKBs, no Mantos, no whatever.
I guess this is a game, though, where raw HP is pretty good. You know, no Necro-like mechanic. Just needs to survive the quote-unquote burst from a Kunkka catch and Gyro. I'm going to keep going back to it, Trent. Their problem is how do they kill people? They get jabs here, but I think this is a great build for this specific game.
Need a super carry, the hyper carry. They need the rapier. The rapier.
Abed is going to go BKB first. He's a responsible boy. Or what time? At what time in this game do you think Rapier is going to come out?
42 minutes.
42. All right.
But I don't think we're going to make it there.
I'm with you. I'm going to go 35, but I also don't think we're going to make it there.
I think this looks pretty good.
The build
Side of
this
Fnatic.
game is BKB Rapier.
Top.
Yep. Armel. He's dead. Stampede.
Oh, they relocate right into the Willow.
Uh-oh. Oracle's here. Does save Tim's. Now Abed putting some damage into Savage. They'll join Ice, Ice, Ice. They destroy March.
You're a trusty
And the
mage.
relocate out. Does keep the gyro safe.
Oh, no. KP, though.
Yep, Moon, he's got the concoction. She's charging up, and old KP going to get put to rest. He does have a split. Not going to have time to use it.
He doesn't want to. He could have. But he knows that they need that split for the next fight. Can't waste it on surviving.
A tactful decision from KP. 9K
I mean-
net worth. Now the favor.
That Deso's about to be done for 23 Savage, and then they can just Roche extremely quickly.
15 minutes has passed. Let's get some numbers.
All right, let's see this heart HP here. So he's 25-10. Now he's 30-60. Woo.
This is a big brain move from Moon. 1.09 Fnatic, 6.6 TNC. Sounds about right to me. That's the take map number 1. And Dota Plus. Hey, dude. I was right there. 88-12. I was just ahead of the curve.
Yeah, you knew. Well, turning this game around as TNC, it's possible, right? They have, as you said, this Alchemist, he has one Dispel with the ulti, right? Am I missing any? I don't think so. So, if they can get the Spirit Vessel on them, it is still an option.
Well, Lotus is coming for the Centaur.
Oh, that's good.
He's already got about half of it. So... Deso.
Roche dies way too fast.
Ember.
Thanks to Deso.
Yeah.
Straight to the bottom with you.
Like that halberd for Armel, but it's going to take him a hot minute. Can't imagine this pipe from KP is going to make much of a difference.
I'll tell you one thing. The reason this Tiny looked way better this game is because he accepted the fact that Tiny isn't going to play in the lane, and he's just going to go stupid creep cutting stuff and give his offlaner a good time and create enough space for himself by doing that too. Like,
Whoa.
DJ had an easy life. Nice split up there with the
Dude.
toss, but they need to get this the catch onto Abed, and they miss it.
All right. Well, still a pretty badass setup there from DJ. I was just going to say, he's just playing Tiny the way DJ likes to play heroes. The mind games. Sneaky sneaks.
Can we get a... No, never mind.
What? Do you need more
Nothing.
monster?
I do. Thanks, Monster.
TNC with some runes. They grab 3.
So the halberd has become extremely popular on Conquest lately. I mean, you look at the stats this item gives now; it's pretty insane. Not a particularly amazing game for it, unfortunately. Like the main hope would be trying to help shut down 23 Savage, I suppose, because I mean the Alchemist has a Radiance, so it doesn't feel that great overall.
Alki is closing in on this assault Kuros.
DJ's sitting pretty dangerously mid, but I guess he's covered by jabs with the Will-O-Wisp if they need to. How's their high ground? Pretty bad if they wait split, eh?
Yeah. I mean, Gyro Kunkka, they're pretty good on high ground. They're good at fighting around choke points, but I don't know if it's enough.
Problem is they have to kill Savage twice.
Fnatic just has way better team fight. It's scary to be clumped up even if you have some advantages in a choke. They will use the split going in on the Alchemist. Coddle ult comes down, about to be destroyed, though it does get off another tick. Wisp in trouble. The burst damage not quite there, but they get March. He buys back, still has the false promise. Wisp also going to buy back, TP in. That'll be the Aegis, as well as jabs down. Moon taking a lot of damage, but this Alf might be too beefy. Boat comes in. Can they finish him off? BKB from Abed. They've got it. A surprisingly good fight for TNC. Savage trying to make it out. Homing Missile going to chase him down. And they should be able to pick up this kill too. Slight almost grabbed the Wisp.
All right, so it costs him quite a few buybacks, but there's also some streaks in there. Abed's going to get the kill on 23 Savage for quite a bit of gold for himself there, 573. A lot of XP going their way. And you can see the damage not quite there from anyone but the Ember. Only 3k damage from the Alchemist throughout that engagement. Whereas they're kind of pumping out there from that gyro. That was a really good way that they target down like the Will-O-Wisp instantly. And it was only the gyro really inside. He got slept like once throughout that fight. KP, good split right at the beginning. Didn't get stunned up, helped control. And then the Spirit Vessel did help on the Alch. I saw the Lotus came in pretty late. Might have been like the second round of it or something. It might have been on cooldown, but they were able to burst down through the heart.
Yeah, it didn't feel like Jabs' ult did a huge amount there either, as you said. Kind of connected on the gyro, but big advantage for TNC to split things up.
It was a good use of the buybacks, right? Like taking a fight really close to your base. If that same fight happens like at the Roche Pit or something and you don't have the Shrine, then there's no way that comes anywhere close for a TNC.
They do stop the Aegis, so maybe that'll slow Fnatic down a little bit, but still pretty scary for TNC. If that happens again, you don't have those buybacks. You just get destroyed.
Timing.
And speaking of destroyed, Armel. Looking for an X play in the mid, gets caught by 5, and
That is like the worst feeling, dude. when you don't time your X right so that if you get Yules, you die. Oh, it's a big buyback to force. This like completely makes up for the last fight if they can force this buyback, because then if they can kill Armel again, the game's just over.
Yep. I mean, Fnatic has already farmed back whatever they lost in that last engagement, and now they'll get this tier 3, open up the mid lane, toss in from DJ. BKB from Abed ready. Gonna hold it for now. Great Coddle ult, though. They're not able to take it down. This Ember doing so much damage. Good save from March. But that's a 9-second BKB and the KP ulti. Fnatic just disengage. Big win to force out all those cooldowns. However, they don't get that Kunkka buyback they were hoping for.
I'm really impressed they held there. I thought when the gyro got stuck on that edge of the Will-O-Wisp next to everyone on Fnatic, he was going to be forced to buy back, but kept his cool. Oh, damn, that courier just got sniped.
Double damage on Ember, though. Another second left. Pretty long cooldown on that false promise. Still level 1. Now, Wisp Gyro are down bottom right now. They'll make it back. Completed Assault Cross on the Alchemist. So much minus armor now. They tossing KP. No split. This Brewmaster in big trouble. He'll go down first. Buyback is available.
Boom's done.
Gyro
you guys cast
thinking
everything
satanic. It's not the item, Trent. It's not the item.
He kind of needs it.
Oh, he queued up the rapier. Look at that. He knows.
It's a tough call, though. Like, maybe if you can get the Aegis, you can get the rapier instead. But I feel like he needs the Satanic because he just gets chain stunned. He needs the stash resistance. There's so many stuns. We didn't really talk about that, but Fnatic just have stuns.
He does need the Satanic. You're not wrong. I definitely, I would buy these 2 items next. The order is hard to call. I don't know if he's going to make it to rapier if he goes for the Satanic. I think that's the big problem.
It's just hard to make that fight happen again without the buybacks.
Yeah.
Although they must be back soon-ish.
I mean, this game
3
could
minutes.
end soon. Look at how aggressive Fnatic are being. They're going straight for the structures. There is a glyph. Meanwhile, mid, Brewmaster stunned up. They're going in onto the Ember. Not enough damage.
That Glimmer saved him, I think. Savage is coming back in, though.
KP out of the base. Gets off the split. Boat onto Ice, Ice, Ice. Centaur maybe in some trouble here. Has Lotus, has Pipe. There's the Ignis. This could turn bad for TNC. They've got 3 buybacks on their cores. Supports still on cooldown. Ice, ice, ice low. Abed in big trouble. BKB on, but he's just getting clicked by Moon, who's got a BKB of his own. Tim's uses the gets a false promise, but it doesn't do enough. Buyback from Gyro and the Brewmaster, but TNC just getting ripped apart. They've got no answer for this Alchemist. Buyback from Armel now. This could be the final hold. BKB's expiring for Fnatic. And they're not going to stay for too long. Looks like they're going to try to make the retreat, or it's a fake back. Moon's still very healthy thanks to the heart. And he'll just stay in the front line. Combo from Armel on the DJ, but not enough follow-up for a kill. Follow-up now. Unstable Concoction. Abed. Well, they're surviving against the Alk, kind of. KP.
I can't do it.
He's raid boss status. They're hitting him, and he's just regenning faster than they're doing goddamn damage.
It felt like that for the whole team, frankly. Like, they just were not taking down anyone from the side of Fnatic there. The Alchemist. That was a really good last pick.
Yep, it really was. A perfect read on the weakness of this TNC draft.
Their lanes were also really good because the way that, like, that you know that the Ember and the Coddle's going to have a good lane. But you can say the same thing about Io Gyro. Like, it's going to be pretty decent, but they kind of circumvented that by just by pulling the creeps with DJ, right? He's just running around, he's moving the creeps through there, and so Ice Ice gets that guaranteed farm. Now, unfortunately, they also tried that dive under the Tier 1 tower. I like the fact that they were playing in between the Tier 1 and the Tier 2, but trying to dive under the tower versus double stun was a bit risky. So then they lose Tim's, and then that gives some free XP fed over to the Centaur and the Tiny. So that was a bit bad. But they crushed the 2 side lanes, and the mid lane was kind of a wash. Like, the Kunkka sort of won, but at the same time it's Alchemist, so who cares?
Looking back, even though I kind of liked the Brewmaster in the moment, I think they needed an offlaner that had a little more burst potential so they could secure some of those kills. You have this Kunkka catch, you have an initial round of burst from the Gyro with call down, rocket barrage, whatever else, and then that was it. And 20 minutes into the game, it felt like that wasn't really enough anymore. Your 2 supports do no damn. You needed a lion in here. You know, somebody that could follow up and get those damn kills.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the answer was from the offlane there. They were in a bit of a tough spot coming in that late in the draft, and a lot of the good picks have been banned out. And then, you know, we pointed to, like, the Mars maybe, but then Mars has his own problems where if you're trying to arena, they could just, like, will-o-wisp over, whereas the Brewmaster's a lot more free flow during the team fights, and it's a difficult hero to make work. There's no doubt. I mean, that's why a lot of teams aren't taking it.
Mars has damage, though. You know, at least he can jump in and follow up the combo with a spear or pop his little whatever it's called.
Yeah, but what if they just will-o-wisp you every time? Then what? Then your whole focal point of every team fight is unusable.
Well, yes, but it's still something that can add to the combo even without the arena. Brewmaster didn't add anything to their combo.
It was a bit rough. Yeah, I would agree. I wouldn't have minded someone who could play a little bit better with like the Kunkka rotations early on for Armel to make life easier. So.
Yeah.
But either way, well-deserved win here from Fnatic. I mean,
Hell
Ice Ice, quite the kill score line here. 0, 1, and 20.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
A proper offlaner, I guess.
Yeah, that's nice. Really helping out the team here. 23 Savage dominated this game. His hero damage must be crazy. Yeah, 53,000 hero damage.
He did it right.
Is that more than the entirety? Oh my god. It's so close. It's like 41k between Abed and Armel.
I mean, look
45,
at that.
46,
dude.
48. Dude, he almost outdamaged the entirety of TNC.
That damage output is brutal. Look at that stat. March with just about 5k, Tim's at 2, KP at 5.6. Between those 3 heroes, they did about 12k.
Yeah.
That is
DJ Tiny did 11.3.
Yeah, dude. That kind of summarizes that game right there. All right, folks, we're going to take a break. We're coming back. Game number 2, Fnatic, TNC. Let's see if TNC can bring this one back.